of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are San Diego.
At Petco tonight, no pun intended, Headley is chasing that National League RBI leadership with 6 games to go. Headley will trigger the attack against the Giants, led by Marco Scudero. What a pickup 2 months ago. Scudero in a 15-game hitting streak, batting .452 and wearing out Padre pitching thus far this season. As we welcome you on this Friday night to beautiful Petco Park in downtown San Diego. The National League champions of this year, the San Francisco Giants against the San Diego Padres. And bienvenidos aficionados, Hispanic Heritage Night. Huh? This is Hispanic Heritage Night, and we're pleased that so many of our best fans are here to cheer on the Padres tonight.
Absolutely. Last 3 games of the home season of the 2012 campaign, and nice to honor the Hispanic community. A lot of good friends that support the Padres, so we welcome everybody here tonight.
Let's look at the San Francisco Giants now, the best National League record in the West, and they've been outstanding on the road. Here are the leading records. Washington in the East, 95 wins. Cincinnati has won tonight, so they have 95 wins. Atlanta's a wild card, 91, and the Giants 91. This is all significant because the seeding for the playoffs has not been decided as yet.
Yeah, the San Francisco Giants 43-32 on the road, so a good record. And when I look at those numbers, Dick, it's a playoff within a playoff. The Giants already in, but it's all about getting that home field advantage. It's going to be tough for those Giants,
right?
You know, with only so many games left. But hey, they're playing every game. They're trying to get that home field advantage and up that record from 91 wins.
And Bruce Bochy has his number 1 team on the field again tonight against the Padres, and the Padres will counter with one of their fine stories this year, the rookie first baseman Yonder Alonso, 3 hits last night.
It's been great to see Yonder Alonso really grow into a big league hitter. You know, at first I thought he was going to be a home run type hitter, maybe 20 to 25 home runs, but doubles in this ballpark he'd find. And then the sneak attack on the shift. A perfectly placed bunt last night for Yonder Alonso, but he's a hitter that's going to wear out the gaps. He goes line to line. Hey, if he hits 10, 15 home runs, that's fine. If he doesn't hit that many home runs, there's nothing wrong with hitting 35 to 40 doubles, maybe more than that, to get on base in scoring position for the next hitter coming up to the plate.
Well, the Padres are trying to improve their home winning record, and there's no monkey business tonight here at Petco Park. Get those monkeys out of here. This is serious stuff. The Padres and the Giants, the first to 3. Oh, I can't do my impersonation. That's coming up later. Well, the Padres hope to turn around the trend of the Giants this season. In every series, the Giants have won each 2-1 to lead 10-5 overall on the year for Bruce Bochy, whose team is on its way to the playoffs. And, of course, he's setting up his lineup in preparation for the postseason. Here's his lineup tonight. Pagan leads it off. Marco Scutaro, then Pablo Sandoval, in a story within a story. Buster Posey currently is the leading hitter in the National League, 1 point ahead of Andrew McCutchen. Then Hunter Pence, Xavier Nady, Brandon Belt, and Brandon Crawford in the bottom of the order, but they have contributed to the offense that has been especially good on the road this year. And Andrew Warner gets it started with the strike. Here are his numbers as he makes his 7th start of the season. 4 quality starts to start the year as a call-up. And Pagan, a switch-hitting center fielder, fouls that away. 2 strikes the count. On the road this year, the Giants are 4th best in the National League, but they have the most hits of any major league team on the road. That's kind of interesting. They were the 2nd worst on the road last year in accumulating hits. So this is a rebuilt offense, and Pagan hits this one deep down the left field line, curling into the corner and foul.
Well, right out of the get-go for Andrew Warner, it seems like he's around the plate. Last time out against the Giants, he was having difficulty throwing strikes. A lot of short hops. The release point was way off, and he finds himself ahead 0-2 to Pagan.
2-1 here at Petco is Andrew Warner. And it was no mean feat. The fact that his first 4 starts were all quality starts. Only 2 other Padre pitchers have done that to start their career. Bob Shirley in '77 and Joey Hamilton in 1994. Ground ball up the middle. Cabrera ranging far to throw out the speedy Pagan. And that takes us to the Padre defense, brought to you by Mazda. Denorfia in left, Maven in center, and Will Venable will patrol right field with Headley and Cabrera. Left side, Andy Perino starts at second base. Yonder Alonso at first, and John Baker gets a call behind the plate. Scutaro, can the Padres cool this red-hot hitting second baseman? 15-game hitting streak, his best in a long and illustrious career. Hitting .305, and in this 15-game streak, batting at .452. As a Giant, after coming over from Colorado, only a .361 average. What a addition to the lineup.
Yeah, it seems like he crushes the mistakes thrown by the opposing pitchers as you take a look at the hitting streaks. Scutaro at 15. And then he just spits on the balls. He's just seen the ball extremely well out of the pitcher's hands.
Fly down the right field side. A long run for Venable into the bullpen and makes the catch and takes a hard right to avoid crashing into the barrier. Good play by Will Venable to catch that foul ball.
That's great concentration. A long way to run for Will Venable. He's got to worry about those bullpen mounds. And as soon as he catches that ball, you can see it put on the brakes and then veer to the right.
And the Giants kindly down there moving a chair out of the way. That's
they want high fives from Will Venable on that one. Did you see that?
So 2 away to get Scutaro out. That's a headline. Early headline in the first inning. Scutaro makes out. Pablo Sandoval at 286, the switch hitting third baseman. Hitting a bit higher from the right side, 297, but equally strong. 1-1.
Change up away. Brought to you, our Fox Tracks brought to you by my good friends at Southland Technology. And that's a big key. Even these first 2 pitches here. I think Warner's got to challenge the Giant hitters early with the fastball and then go soft late. But the big key, these are good hitters where they're going to lay off that off-speed stuff out of the zone like Sandoval's just did there.
And this is a lineup that eats up left-handed pitching this year against southpaw starters. They're 38-17.
Yeah, that's a great record.
Part of that is the fact they have switch hitters, and of course Posey in the middle of the lineup as he skies that one high to Cabrera at shortstop. And good start. Andrew Warner retires the Giants in order. A beautiful baseball night on this Friday in San Diego as we come near the end of September and the end of the home season. Final 3 games as the Padres host the Giants. And here is the Toyota of San Diego Padres lineup. Our San Diego County Toyota dealers presenting the lineup of Cabrera, Venable, and Headley. Alonso hitting cleanup, but Carlos Quentin available as a pinch hitter. Took another hit batsman last night. Denorfia, Maben hits 6th, Baker 7th, Perino 8th, and Werner in the 9th spot. Brian Vogelsong, 35-year-old veteran from Pennsylvania, collegiate at Kutztown College University now. 13-9 as he makes his 30th start. What makes him so tough?
Well, he experience, and he turned the corner. He really found something that clicked. Pounding the zone, the breaking ball consistently, and it's a starter that Bruce Bochy feels very comfortable penciling in once every 5th day. Throws a fastball, curve, cutter, and a change. High 80s, low 90s from Vogelsong.
So Kane and Bumgarner figure to be the 1-2 punch, the top of the rotation in the playoffs. Watch out. That's a mean check swing line drive. And Vogelsong, is battling to be that 3rd guy with Barry Zito and Tim Lincecum. Zito, a native of our fine city. And there's Madison Bumgarner. We'll see him tomorrow night against Eric Stoltz.
I talked to Buddy Black before this game, and he says, I really like the starting pitching of these Giants. Talking about playoff matchups, and of course Tim Lincecum. That experience goes a long way, winning the whole ball of wax back in 2010.
Lincecum wants to be an NFL referee, likes getting under the hood.
He could probably do a pretty good job.
Oh, he does well at everything. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cabrera.
Well, hopefully these Padres can get to Vogelsong because the numbers post All-Star break have been rising. The ERA almost doubled as opposed to the pre-All-Star break numbers. And on the road, the ERA twice as much as at home almost.
Another foul, Cabrera. Let's look at the Giants' defense here as they open the 3-game series. In the outfield, former Padre Nady in left, Pagan in center, and Pence, the right fielder. Around the horn, Sandoval, Crawford, Scudero, and Belt, with amazing, talented Buster Posey behind the plate. A ball, 2 strikes. Vogelsong working on Cabrera.
Vogelsong is probably thinking, I got to get this guy out. Remember back on September 23rd against these Giants, 3 stolen bases for Everett Cabrera.
Started 7-4, and look at the ERA in the second half of the season, up 5.5 runs per game from this veteran righty. Here at Petco, he's 0-2 in 2 starts and 1 relief appearance with an ERA over 20.
Hey.
Padres hope that might continue tonight and score a bundle of runs against him. Swung on and missed. Tied up Cabrera. All right, Mark Grant, our Lexus keys to the game.
All right, well, the first one is no mas. It is Hispanic Heritage Night here at Petco Park. So the Giants have won 10 of 15 from the Padres this year, winning every series in 2012. It's time to say no mas to these Gigantes. And win one for Crystal. Crystal the monkey was here last night. And there she is.
Which one?
She didn't get to see a Padres victory. So, let's pull one out tonight against these Giants and send these fans off, for the last weekend of the season with a smile on their face, like Crystal had last night.
And I loved your coaching. Crystal really picked up on the commercials.
She's very smart.
Yeah. Venable rips a line drive to left field as he slashes it the opposite way. Padres have the first hit of the game.
We talk about so many times how hitters should let the ball travel, and on that side shot you could really see the ball travel almost in the middle of the stance of Will Venable. The hands coming through first and just slicing it to the left side of the diamond. Nicely done by Will.
Brings up Headley. 109 runs batted in, 1 behind Ryan Braun. Milwaukee losing tonight at the moment. They're down 5-3 to Houston in the 7th inning. We'll check to see if Braun has added to his RBI total. Venable goes, ground ball into right field. Venable turns and heads to third as Headley with a sharp single through the hole as the Padres play a little hit and run. So first and third with only one out for Yonder Alonso. And Ryan Braun, by the way, does not have an RBI tonight.
Hey, put a runner in motion. Hey, singles are okay. You get a couple of base runners, and then you hope for the big hit to put a run up on the board early.
And now we understand that Braun has picked up 2 RBIs just as we were speaking in the bottom of the 6th inning for Milwaukee. So he has a 3 RBI lead over Headley. Alonso, quite a night last night, 2 doubles and a bunt single. His first bunt single of the season as they had the shift on, and he rips this one right to the shortstop. That's tough luck. That ball headed to left field, and Crawford almost in self-defense caught that one.
Hitting the ball hard. Nothing you can do there. Oh, he hit the ball on the screws last night. That ball hit on the screws as well. And nothing he can do there. It was elevated. He went that way.
Vogelsong fortunate to escape without a run there. Instead, it's 2 outs with runners at first and third. And Chris Denorfia, the hitter. .293 average is the best of the Padres. And a strike off speed. Venable at third, Headley at first with 2 gone. Padres attempting to strike first. A bit unfortunate. Alonso's liner right to the shortstop. Vogelsong has been very deliberate at the start tonight. Even with Cabrera leading off, he kept staring in at the signs. And what's going on here?
Maybe not on the same page as Buster Posey.
Well, he hits the outside corner and jumps in front. 2 strikes on Denorfia. Pleased you're with us. Hope you'll join us tomorrow night, 4:30 for Padres Live here on Fox Sports San Diego. Eric Stoltz goes for an 8-3 record against Madison Bumgarner. Line drive right field, but right at Pence. A couple of steps to his left to capture another line drive. So 2 singles and 2 line outs for the Padres in the first. Hispanic Heritage Night, and congratulations to our colleague, Spanish radio, Padres announcer, and what a great man, Eduardo Ortega, who will call the World Series in Spanish around the world, one of the very best, and inducted tonight into the Tijuana Sports Hall of Fame. Congratulations, Eduardo.
Yeah, good man right there. Always a big smile on his face, loves his craft. Alongside Carlos Hernandez, the former catcher of the Dodgers, Padres.
Buster Posey's first ball hunting, a long run for Venable into the corner. He's going to have to play it off a tough Karam. Rolls into right center. Posey's going to try for three, even on that bad wheel, and he's going to make it. A leadoff triple for the leading hitter in the National League, Buster Posey.
Dick, was it you before the game who was saying
in batting practice he can go to right field with power, doesn't he?
Absolutely, and he shows it right there, and Will Venable plays it right. I mean, there are so many angles out there. 1, 2, 3, 4 angles you have to deal with. There's no way that Will is going to get that on the fly. You have to back off, play the carom. It bounces Buster Posey's way, but he's definitely showing off that power to the opposite field right there.
Well, he's the Triple Crown leader of these Giants in average .333, 23 homers, and 100 runs batted in. Here's Hunter Pence. Takes ball one. Pence, Padres with Pence in a Philadelphia uniform. They consistently got him out, and then it came over to San Francisco, and it continued. But of late, he's picked up things. He was 1 for 26 to start the year with the two teams, Philadelphia, San Francisco. But since then, he's picked it up, 7 for 17 and 5 runs batted in. Infield will concede a run here for an out. They're playing back. And the count 1-2.
Now remember, from what we've learned as we take a look at the defense playing Hunter Pence to go the opposite way in the outfield, you don't have to throw this guy a strike to be successful to get him out. He'll swing it everything up around the bill of his cap, down the shoe tops. Almost not as bad as Pablo Sandoval, but he'll chase.
Didn't chase that one, but that's exactly your point. They tried to get him to go up the ladder. Pence 2 RBIs away from the 100 mark. He's had an overall good season. Three and two.
A little off with the changeup from Andrew Warner tonight to the right-handed hitters, up and away off the plate. He's got to get that release point down.
By the mound, that'll score the run. Throw to first, not in time. Infield hit for Pence, and the Giants lead 1-0. Well, that's how this game goes. You saw the Padres with runners at first and third, 2 line drive outs. A runner at third for the Giants and a little bouncer over the mound. And when pitcher Warner couldn't get it, it's a base hit.
Almost reminiscent of the other night when left-hander Clayton Richard was on the mound. He gave up some infield singles. He broke a few bats. They were on board. That one just happened to find the hole up the center of the diamond. Not hit that sharply. And Pence has pretty decent speed to beat it out.
99th RBI for Pence. Nady with a big swing and foul down the right field side. No one out. Combination of Posey and Pence delivering a run for the Giants. Just a reminder why these Giants have gone on to win the National League West. They have the best record in the major league since the All-Star break on the road. 23-8 on the road.
That's incredible. It really is. Combination of not just one player as well. It's everybody contributing around Buster Posey, Sandoval, Scutaro, of course. And of course the pitching they have as well.
2-1 now to Xavier Nady.
And also you have to reconsider without the services of Brian Wilson this year, right?
Right, their ace closer.
Yeah.
Well, and Melky Cabrera is leading the National League when suspended. That's on the outside corner, 2-2. Nady, with only a handful of at-bats with the Giants, is 10 for 33. Brandon Belt on deck.
See John Baker, that last pitch, he kind of caught that ball and kind of brought it in a little bit. May have given his pitcher a call there on that changeup.
Strike three called. Came inside, and Nady, the first strikeout victim of Andrew Warner tonight.
Well, in the short time we've seen Andrew Warner, when he is successful, he's setting him up soft, and then he'll go with that hard fastball to the right. He's right on the inside corner. He is not afraid to bury that pitch in there. That's a good sign from the left-hander. You can't be afraid to go in there. Get it in there.
And left-handers, traditionally through the years, and you've got to be tough and have a trust in that fastball to go inside. Because if you miss to that right-handed hitter, you're either backing up third or watching a guy run around the bases.
Exactly.
Brandon Belt, he's been a 300 hitter plus the second half of the season after struggling early. He's raised his average up to 277. Foul away. That might have gotten plate umpire Fielden Colbreth. Oh, I love that name. Fielden.
Yeah. All hitting, no Fielden Colbreth. He's been around for a while now.
You see the note flashing through on Padres News. We'll follow up on that. Left field. Denorfia spotted perfectly for the second out. The Padres have announced that they've extended their contract in a AAA Pacific Coast League with Tucson for 2 more years, 2013 and 14. So all 5 of the Padres minor league sites have been secured for 2 more years, with Tucson in the Pacific Coast League, San Antonio in the Texas League, Lake Elsinore in the Cal League, Fort Wayne Midwest League, and Eugene up in the Rookie League. Is that the Pioneer League?
Let's see. What city was that again?
Eugene.
Eugene. Oh, I think that's Northwest League.
Northwest League, right.
The Pioneer League. Oh, you brought back memories, Professor. I bust around in the Pioneer League. Oh, yeah. Idaho Falls, Great Falls, Helena, Montana.
Up and down bus rides there,
yeah.
Huh? Brandon Crawford, shortstop, takes a strike. It's 1-1.
I love baseball up in the Northwest.
Good fans, huh?
Oh, great fans, great little cities up there, and beautiful, picturesque scenery. As far as if you're going to ride a bus, that's the part of the country where you want to ride a bus.
There's like the ski country, Vail in Colorado. If you don't ski, it doesn't mean you can't enjoy. The summers are so magnificent up Mile High Country and above.
No, a bad bus league, Texas League.
Oh, there you go. A little warm down there in that bus, huh? Back to the mound off the pitcher Warner, but to Cabrera, who throws him out. 1-6-3 on the put out of Crawford, but the Giants strike first. It's 1-0. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go. And by Chase. Deposit checks from your smartphone with Chase Quick Deposit. Take a step forward and chase what matters. 1-0 Giants. Padres bat in the last half of the second inning. Cameron Maben, John Baker, and Andy Perino here at Petco. Don't forget, on Sunday, be out for our final salute to the military. Noon on Padres Live here on Fox Sports San Diego, a 1:05 start. Volquez will go against TBA.
How do you like them apples?
Yeah, those are good. Looks like a good old red delicious.
Yeah.
TBA is Bruce Bochy has not announced his pitcher on Sunday. A lot will depend on whether or not San Francisco, after the first two games of this series, still are in the hunt for a better seeding.
Right.
Really doesn't matter 2 and 3, but it does matter if you're the number 1 seed because you get the wild card. 1 ball, 1 strike to Cameron Maben. Raising his average up the last half of the year. High fly ball to center. Pagan waiting for it to come down, and there's one away. Well, big news in Pittsburgh tonight, and it's not good news for the Buccos. It's for the Cincinnati Reds. Homer Bailey, the 26-year-old right-hander, a no-hitter, allowed only 2 base runners, 1 walk, and an error committed by his defense as he beats Pittsburgh 1-0, the 15th no-hitter in Cincinnati Reds history. Homer Bailey.
Well, what a feeling that is, huh? Your team is doing well, you're in the playoffs, and you cap it off with a no-hitter.
John Baker, the batter. It appears the Padres catching core is going to do something no one's done in Major League Baseball since the turn of the last century, 1900. And that is have 3 different catchers. That base hit into right center field. Pence can't get there. That'll one hop and carry him off him, and that allowed Baker to get into second base. Good effort by Hunter Pence, but a tough chance to come up with that one. It was falling in a hurry, and he managed to deflect it. A single into a double.
And nothing better for John Baker, swinging early in the count and getting a start tonight. And that first at bat, standing on second base with a double. As soon as that ball hit the ground and caromed off Pence on the short hop, John Baker kept his strides going and cruises into second base with a double.
Continue the thought. If Yasmani Grandal catches or starts 2 more games as catcher, which he certainly will, it'll mean that 3 different San Diego Padres catchers started 50 games. That's never happened going back to 1900 in Major League Baseball. Created, of course, with the injury by Hundley and the call-up by Grandal, and the Baker being a solid reserve. Perino, chance to tie it up. He has 6 RBIs this year. Switch hitting infielder. His 1 home run coming left-handed. Good block by Posey. So in that Cincinnati no-hitter by Bailey, the Pirates lose, and here's the bad news. The Buccos now, with 5 games to go, have to win all 5 to finish 500, or they have another losing season.
You know, the chances of the Buccos doing that are slim to none. I think Slim just left town.
He went up to Idaho Falls. Yes. I saw him
at the Travel Lodge up there. I know it very well. Oh man, those poor Pittsburgh Pirate fans. The last winning season, 1992.
20 years.
It's the longest running streak in any professional sport. That many losing seasons in a row.
Fouled away by Perino. It's 2-1. Here's the official no-hit, no-run line on Homer Bailey and his victory tonight. 1 walk, 9 strikeouts, and another runner reached on an error. So he faced only 29 batters.
Well, I don't know whether Homer Bailey is going to get another start. If you go every 5th day, looks like he would pitch the last day of the season. So that would give him a chance to match Johnny Vandermeer. Back-to-back no-nos.
Now there's one that I don't think will ever be broken. Although a couple of times they came close.
Yeah.
And Perino with a 1-out walk. That'll bring up the pitcher.
R.A. Dickey almost did it, didn't he?
That's right. Just recently. Yeah. Well, you know, you just were born too soon. I mean, you would have probably had 2 or 3 no-hitters.
Of course.
I mean, it's easy.
Throwing a perfect game.
It's become easy these days.
It's unbelievable.
Well, Werner up there. Bud Black undoubtedly has the sacrifice sign out. Infield adjusting accordingly as you see the 2 corners creeping in.
They bunt it down that third base line.
Inside, and Vogelsong trying to keep the ball inside, so it'll be tougher for Werner to lay that ball down to third. Forced Sandoval to come in. Venable and Headley produced back-to-back singles in the first inning, but no run. Werner does not offer at that pitch right down the middle. He has 1 hit, but 11 at bats. Venable can't wait to get up there again.
Oh yeah, he's itching to get up there.
Cabrera on deck. Nice turnout on this Friday night. The Padres surpassed the 2 million attendance mark last night. In the dirt, and Posey a good stop.
Well, it looked like Andrew Warner kind of poked at that ball. According to the third base umpire on the appeal, Lance Barksdale says no, he did not go. Sharp breaking ball right there from Vogelsong in the dirt.
Having a good time at Petco on a Friday night.
It's always a good time.
Yeah, of course, Friday night, party night. You know, a lot of these folks have had a good time already. And 3-1 is Vogelsong. Perhaps focusing on trying to make it tough on Werner to bunt has made it tough on himself. He's gone to 3-1. Cabrera next. He offered, and it's 3-2. That was ball 4.
Yeah, that pitch looked like it was up a little bit.
First and second, 1 out here in the second. Giants with a 1-0 lead. Good bunt. Good bunt. Belt thought about going to third, and there was time to get the pitcher at first base. 3-4 on the putout. Good sacrifice on the 3-2 pitch.
Hey, Saturday, it's another great week of college football action on Fox, beginning with the Fox College Saturday pregame show as Aaron Andrews, Eddie George, and Joey Harrington get ready for kickoff. It's going to be awesome. Then the 12th ranked Texas Longhorns look to stay undefeated when they head to Stillwater, Oklahoma to take on the upset-minded Oklahoma State Cowboys. They're undefeated? Wow. I don't know. Big 12 opener of both teams. I know nothing about college football. All I know is it's going to be on Fox, and coverage starts at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific.
There you go.
Tune in.
You got it. You
Oh,
sold
Nelly.
it. You sold it. Cabrera with runners at second and third and 2 outs.
I apologize for that hatchet job that was just read.
That's a lot of words, though.
Yeah.
And when you're getting paid by the word, you know.
We need to get the monkey back, Crystal. She would have read that much better than I. Or is it than me? I'm a mess tonight, Dick.
Your day didn't start well, so it's tough when you go to funerals to get back your emotional energy. Watch out. Oh, that goes into the Giant dugout. Roberto Kelly, the coach, had to dive out of the way.
Actually, if I could just elaborate, my good friend Curly Collier, who was 91, passed away. And I went to his funeral today. His family, he himself, great Padre fan, watched all the time. And I just want to give my condolences to the family. He was a great man and a great Padre fan.
Thanks.
I miss him dearly. Love the man dearly.
So 2 strikes now on Cabrera.
Yeah, now you got to get the gloves out.
Even the players in the dugout. Another good stop by Posey.
Did that hit Cabrera?
Or did that hit Cabrera? Yeah, he's limping away, but there's been no signal yet from the plate umpire, Field and Colbrook.
Yeah, he kind of motioned it back like, hey, come on now, get back here.
Well, the other night it did seem to hit his back foot, and it does there too. Looked like it struck him in the toe, and then it hit Posey. He couldn't anticipate this kind of a bounce off the toe. Yeah, that's why it bounced like that.
Oh yeah, and then Posey looks like gets it in the throat a little bit. Yeah, Buster got that in the throat.
And that's twice that in this homestand that Cabrera's been hit on the back foot, and he wasn't awarded first base a couple of nights ago against the Dodgers as they there's hits right up into the throat. A ball will not bounce that high unless it hit some. There it is. You see how it.
You know, a big key for a catcher, when you talk to catchers, when the ball is in the dirt, to bury that chin into your chest protector and to keep that throat protected, because that could be very dangerous. You get a ball in the throat, that could be very dangerous.
But on that particular play, the ball was so deep, all the way to the back foot of the hitter, that's going to be a short hop. So he's not expecting it to come up and hit him in the throat. And meanwhile, while that's a tough break for Posey, unfortunately he seems to be okay. Might be talking in a whisper for a while. It's a bad break for the Padres. Cabrera should be on. And Venable up.
On the hand of Vogel, okay, it's a curveball. Comes right up underneath the mask. And Cabrera doing his best to sell it. I thought it hit him too.
Well, that's a prized property you're looking at there, and he motioned to hit him right in the larynx. Was it Steve Yeager that first came out with that added piece of mask that covered the neck?
Because he was on deck and the piece came and flew. I think it was here in San Diego. And he was on deck and somebody broke a bat and a piece came back and got him right in the throat, and that's when he invented that little attachment.
But the hockey mask, it's just more an extension of the mask itself over the chin, but you can see the neck is exposed. So 1-2 to Cabrera. Change up outside.
Here's what you're talking about, Dick.
Right.
Steve Yeager came up with that little attachment.
Doesn't seem like much, but just to if that foul tip hits directly, we're glad you have it. All right, 2-2 to Cabrera. 2 on in scoring position. And outside, a full count.
Good job by Cabrera laying off those high pitches.
Venable would be next. Baker third, Perino at second. With 2 out and 3-2 the count on Cabrera. A couple of those pitches look pretty good on the top of the strike zone. A little soft fly ball on the infield and an easy play for the second baseman Scudero. And the Padres leave 2 men in scoring position. Almost like Tony's driving the moon for another base hit.
Goes the Giants are 1-up on the Padres. Before the game, though, Luke Gregerson was honored as the Padres nominee for the 2012 Roberto Clemente Award. Obviously, fans can go to the MLB website to make their vote count. The award itself is to recognize players who truly understand the importance of helping others. You can go to MLB.com/Clemente Award, vote for Luke. The minute you vote, it makes you eligible to win tickets to the World Series. And voting will continue on, gentlemen, until October 14th. So go to MLB.com/Clemente Award. Vote for Luke. You could be going to the World Series if you vote before October 14th. Guys?
Thank you, CS. Luke being congratulated by President Tom Garfinkel and General Manager Josh Burns. It's a very significant honor to Luke Gregerson. It's a community effort. Name of Roberto Clemente, and each team selects one player. And then the vote of the nation will decide who gets to go to the series and take the big bow.
Yeah, the Padres are very fortunate to have Luke Gregerson in uniform and in our community.
It's a very conscious effort on his part. He thanks his mother for teaching him, hey, give back.
And you know what? Luke is so humble. He flies under the radar. He's not one of these guys that's going to go out and say, hey, guess what I did today? I'm doing this type of stuff. He just does it because it's out of the goodness of his heart, and he makes a difference. And that's what's great about him.
Drive by Vogelsong, the pitcher, a solid single to center field. Third Giant hit. And we'll go to the top of the order, and Angel Pagan. Vogelsong had 4 hits all year and rifles that fastball right up the middle.
That's a pretty good looking swing. Elevated fastball. Now he turns over the order.
Pagan grounded to short his first at bat. Right. Well, the Cardinals and the scoreboard watchers, a lot of attention for those trying to catch St. Louis for the wild card, but St. Louis not giving in. They're leading Washington 9-2 in the 8th, bottom of the 8th. That's significant for Washington as well. That'll be out of play. If the Nationals lose, then they'll be tied with Cincinnati. Identical records, 95 and 62. With 5 games to go. And who's going to be #1 seed?
Hey, isn't this great? As I mentioned in the pregame show, how you doing? It's a playoff within a playoff, right?
It really is. Dodgers are 3. There's a fly ball to fairly deep center. Maven has to retreat, makes the catch. Vogelsong back to first base.
Well, Mark Sweeney, how you doing?
How you doing?
Hey, this playoff stuff, man, last year was a great race and all the way around, the last 24 hours in baseball. And this year it looks like it could be the same.
Yeah, I think it is. And add that extra playoff team. I think that's the excitement that everyone wants. But I love the fact that it came down to the last day last year, and what an excitement finishing that off. But I love the way this time of baseball always sets up. That's what makes it extra special.
Now here's an extra special hitter, Marco Scutaro, with that hitting streak. And at the age of 36, this Venezuelan having his best ever season. He almost hit 300 last year at Boston, 299, and that was his career high. This year with his big streak, 15-game streak at 452, raising his average to 305 coming in. Fouled out to Venable and right his first time, and he turns on that one. Fouled sharply. How do you figure that, Mark Sweeney? At age 36, Scutaro having his very best season.
Well, you know what, Dick? He's the type of player, and I got to play with him, and it was in the minor leagues, but he does everything well, not everything exceptionally well. You have to watch him every single day to appreciate him.
Up high, a waste pitch, 1-2.
The one thing I've noticed about him, guys, is using the whole field. He just looks at balls out of the hand, off the plate, and he just doesn't even offer at him. He's seen the ball extremely well, and he crushes mistakes from the opposing pitchers.
Way outside, 2-2. Pitcher Vogelsong at first, 1 out. You saw Sandoval there in the background. He'll be up next. So from up 2 strikes, Warner takes the count to 3-2.
You know, Mark and Dick, we talk about Marco Scutaro, and the guy that he reminds me of is Chris Gomez, 1998 shortstop. Not a guy that you always knew what was going on, but he always made the plays, did the right things every time out.
Chopped out by the mound, so tough play for the second baseman, Perino, and he can't make it. So Scutaro's hitting streak continues. A little swinging bunt single for the second baseman, and he's now hit safely in 16 straight games.
Well, Mark Sweeney, first of all, that was a great call, great comparison to Chris Gomez. I know exactly where you're going with that. And to cap it all off, Scutaro, when you're swinging the bat well, and we talked about this in San Francisco, Dick, remember? When you're swinging the bat well, you get those hits like we just saw right there to help your average. He just continues to improve that average.
So the pitcher singles sharply, and then Scutaro with a scratch hit. 2 on with 1 out for Sandoval, who popped to short his first at bat. High and away, ball 1.
Those hats are all over the place, all over the National League. Whenever the Giants travel, you always find a Panda hat. And the giraffe.
Well, way out of the zone is Warner 2-0, so Baker goes out to talk to him.
The Panda hat for Pablo Sandoval, Kung Fu Panda, and then the giraffe because Brandon Belt, he's got such a long neck, they say. So, hey, bring out the giraffe hats.
What animal hat would we be?
I have to have a monkey hat. I have to have a monkey hat. I
had
one last night.
I'd say buffalo.
Ah, I get it. Buffalo head. I like it.
Who am I to judge?
That's right. You see those first 2 pitches well out of the zone. Now 2-0 to Pablo. That's in there. 88 on the fastball. Pablo spun out of there like he didn't like the call, but that was a good strike.
Absolutely it was.
Uh-oh, that one's hit well to deep left center. Denorfio has to watch it go all the way to the wall. Vogelsong around third, and right behind him, Scutaro, and it's 3-0 on a double by Sandoval.
Well, the Giants in their lineup have a couple of bad ball hitters that will swing at anything, and I mean anything. Hunter Pence is one of them. We talked about it. Andrew Warner first goes soft. Okay, now 2-0. Bang, pound it with the fastball. Now watch this next pitch. He goes down out of the zone, picks it up off the ground, and one hops near the 401 sign. You talk about bad ball hitter? That's Pablo Sandoval for you.
And 3-0 to Posey, who can pick up an RBI with 1 out here in the third. Tripled into the right field corner for Posey, and he scored on the infield hit by Pence in the second inning. 1 ball and 1 strike. Our crowd mic is picking up a loud barrel voice fan who wants to give Posey the MVP, and he might well get a lot of votes. And there goes the runner to the third. The throw by Baker, not in time. Another wild pitch, and Posey indeed in position to pick up a run batted in now on an out.
Well, it looked like a changeup. And sometimes a catcher, you can't control obviously where that ball is going to bounce. You only can control what type of stance you take when you get down and try to block that ball in the dirt.
Pass ball is the call by the official scorer. That's a tough rule. Fly ball, shallow and right. Here comes Venable. Tagging is Sandoval, and he's bluffing. He's not coming home, and cut off by Alonso. So 2 outs as Posey flies to Venable and right. Here's Hunter Pence. The bad news that relates to how the Giants have started tonight, as you see the pitch That was ruled a pass ball.
Yeah, I thought that was a catchable ball.
On the replay, it does look as if he didn't quite get his glove turned the other way to block that pitch. The bad news simply is that when the Giants score first, they're 64-19. When they score first against the Padres, they're 7-0. So San Diego will have to come back and beat the trend. It's a big run over third that Warner needs to lock right there and end the inning. Pence, chopper to Headley in front of Cabrera to throw him out. And that's it for San Francisco in the third, but they get 2 runs on 3 hits. The big blow, Sandoval's double. Welcome back. Friday night at Petco Park, and a reminder as you enjoy a cold one, look forward to Miller Time later in tonight's game, brought to you by Miller Lite. Well, Ryan Vogelsong helping himself. He kicked off that inning with a single and came around to score along with Scudero on the 2-run double by Sandoval. And it's a 3-0 lead for the veteran right-hander. He'll face Will Venable, Chase Headley, and then Yonder Alonso in the Padre third. The Padres have stranded 2 runners in both the first and the second inning. Unable to get somebody home as Venable takes a strike. He singled sharply to left field his first at bat. Nice little run the last half dozen games for Will. Off the fist. Shortstop Crawford across. Almost pulled Belt off the bag. 1 away.
Kind of threw flat-footed there.
Headley grounded a single to right field in the first inning. Ryan Braun with a couple of RBIs tonight leads Headley by 3 at the moment.
Well, you know what? The Padres end up this weekend at home, obviously, then hit the road to Milwaukee. 3 games there. It's going to be a nice race. Mark Sweeney, looking forward to see Braun and Headley go head-to-head?
Yeah, I am. And I think this is such a great story to even talk about a Padre hitter in the RBI race.
Hit well to left field. That is hit very well. Nady going back and makes the catch against the wall. Headley misses a home run by a couple of feet.
Showing some opposite field pop from Chase Headley.
That ball's a home run in Milwaukee.
Oh, yeah, you betcha.
Ball and Wall arrive at the same time, but easy catch for Nady. Yonder Alonso lined out to the shortstop the first time.
Tell you what, hitting in Milwaukee, 81 games. Chase Headley may have 40 or 45 home runs.
Big difference. Yonder takes a strike. Modest 5-game hitting streak for the Padre first baseman, who leads all National League rookies in doubles and walks.
Got to bring your binoculars to the game as well, huh?
Absolutely.
Along with your glove.
It's a very handy device in any sporting event, those binoculars.
Sure.
You never know what you're going to see up close. Discerning fan, you can see that.
He's locked in, yeah.
2-2. Alonso 3 hits away from 150 this year. He's second in almost every category, offensive category, to Chase Headley. Just missed. Full count.
This guy's all knotted up. He's got his Padres tie.
How about that?
And he brought his Rawlings. That's awesome. Is he a little sleepy too?
Full count, Alonso. He thought he had ball 4. Plate umpire Cobra says strike 3, and the Padres go in order in the 3rd. As you enjoy your bag of peanuts, let's go to our AT&T trivia question for this Friday night. And the question is, Bruce Bochy, 500 games as the manager. He won his 500th last night. Now that means 2 different teams, 500 wins for Bochy. Can you name the, 2 managers that have won 500 with 3 different teams? That's our question. 3 different teams, 500 wins. Is that just National League? It's a quick read there. First pitch swinging and a fly ball that's aimed up the alley in right center field. And Xavier Navy keeps right on running, and he's going to turn at second. Here comes the throw to third, and he is safe. Good relay by the Padres after the ball was bobbled a bit off the fence out at the 400 mark. And Nady, who was hitting well under 200 all season long, was out there. Nobody wanted him. So the Giants said, come on, come back home. You went to Cal Berkeley, and you put on that Giant uniform, and the hits start falling.
Well, it looks like that Nady, he likes the ball down in the zone, and he drives this ball the opposite way. He stayed on that off-speed pitch nicely. And because he hit it where he did, Yeah, that's the thing about Petco Park. You hit it in that area, you don't have to have blazing speed to get a triple.
Warner, trailing 3-0, gives up a leadoff triple to Nady. Had 6 hits now for San Francisco. He's the big part of the yard. And Belt swings and misses. He flied to left his first time.
Mark, you talk about Xavier Nady and being that low ball hitter. What you have to do, he likes that. If you elevate that fastball, he's getting late with that long swing of his, and you put those breaking balls and those off-speed pitches in the zone, he's going to hurt you.
Good point.
In the dirt, blocked by Baker. By the way, the official score has changed his decision on the pass wild pitch. Now in the 3rd inning, Pablo Sandoval, when he was up there, that he changed from a pass ball to a wild pitch. So, in case you're keeping score, that Baker not charged with a pass ball.
Well, action early. Anthony Bass being watched by Jimmy Jones as the pitch count 57 pitches now for Andrew Warner.
Infield in. They'll try to choke the run here. And holding at third is Nady as the play made by Perino. So 1 out. Nady still at third. Brandon Crawford with first base open as the hitter. Well, a reminder, season ticket holders, renew your season tickets. Be a part of the 2013 Padres Baseball Club membership. You choose the membership and the ticket plan that fits your specific needs, and then you get to enjoy exclusive events and discounts all year long. So visit Padres.com/membership and become an official member tonight. Crawford takes inside. Wonder if there's any thoughts of pitching around him and bring up the pitcher Vogelsong, although Vogelsong had a sharp single. 1-1. Infield tight. Headley, Cabrera, Perino, and Alonso will try to hold Nady at third. Crawford hit one back through the box his first time. That was touched by the pitcher. 1-6-3 put out.
Whoa. Well, I'm just glad that one didn't get by.
Good stop by Baker.
Yeah, back to the screen. That's not an easy play for a catcher, folks. Why? Because John Baker set up on the outside corner. He's got to reach way up and in. As Brandon Crawford does a little limbo rock there to get out of the way of that one.
2 balls and a strike. Smothers that one. 2-2 the count.
Well, Mark Sweeney, we've seen this Giants team. You've seen this Giants team. How far do you think this team can go in the playoffs?
Well, it's interesting, Mark, because we talk about it. You know, them clinching so early. It's very difficult when you have that many games. You can get guys healthy, but it's all about how you're playing when you go into the playoffs. And it's going to be interesting to see. They definitely have the pitching to do it and go further in the playoffs.
Long drive foul off the bat of Crawford. Well, St. Louis has defeated Washington 12-2. So the Nationals and the Reds are tied for the best record in the National League, each with 95 wins. And St. Louis, then, if Milwaukee loses, that'll all but eliminate the Brewers from the wild card. Another sharply hit ball foul. And the Subway sub prize on the line is that wild card. Atlanta's in. St. Louis now with a 3.5 game lead over Los Angeles and 4.5 from Milwaukee. The Dodgers are winning 4-0 against Colorado up at Dodgers Stadium. The time running out on the Dodgers and Brewers. Swung on and missed. He chased the ball in the dirt, so that's a big strikeout for Warner. 2 outs now, and Nady still at third. And our Saquon Day-cation K strikeout highlight.
Well, put him on the defensive. Crawford had to swing at that. The breaking ball down and away. Bad looking hack. Good looking pitch from Andrew Warner. Now with 2 outs, everybody can back up in the infield and try to leave that runner stranded at third base.
Vogelsong, sharp single to center field and scored a run his first time. Only his 5th hit in 51 at bats. It led to one of the 2 runs scored on the Sandoval double in the 3rd. Boy, another good swing. That ball jumping off his bat deep into the right field corner. There's a covey of Padre fans to get the souvenir. 2-1 to Vogelsong with the leadoff man Pagan on deck. Changeup.
Boy, he threw it when he was behind in the count as well. 2-1 changeup to even it up at 2-2. He's just not going to give in and throw a fastball right down the middle.
Full count now to Giant pitcher. Andrew Warner trying to pitch out of a leadoff triple by Nady, getting Belt to roll out, holding Nady at third, striking out Crawford, and now the pitcher, 3-2 the count. A moral victory for the left-hander to get out of here without another run scoring. But he walks Vogelsong, and that's the first free ticket of the night to the opposing pitcher. It goes. And that turns the lineup over, and here comes Pagan 0 for 2. And brings Darren Balsley out of the dugout, the pitching coach, to talk with Warner.
Maybe a pitching sequence, maybe a mechanical issue, and maybe just a little bit of a blow. So we can talk with John Baker and Darren Balsley.
Gives us a moment to tell you the official online shop of the San Diego Padres at Padres.com. Browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, Padre t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. Get your team gear straight from the source. Visit Padres.com/shop. So Pagan, with the Giants leading 3-0, 2 outs and runners at first and third. Warner needs a tough out here. Starts him with a changeup.
We've seen a lot of that lately. Runners in scoring position, pitchers in a little bit of a pickle. Start off that hitter with an off-speed pitch. They're looking for the old number 1.
Another ball stopped by Baker, 1-1. Another off-speed pitch. It's 1-2.
So change-up, fastball in for a ball. Change-up. Giants fan asleep. Hey, we got a good one here. Come on now.
A little coffee bean help you keep awake. And another ball in the dirt, blocked by Baker.
Guess that's what happens when you clinch early, guys.
You celebrate first with a bubbly, and then you got to back off. A long inning for Warner, still unscathed after the leadoff triple. Misses with a fastball, and the count now 3-2, and that'll give Vogelsong the early start at first.
Well, 76 pitches up to this point for Andrew Warner.
Alonso will back off the bag here and play behind the runner.
Well, 11 outs, 75 pitches, 76 that is, for Andrew Warner. That's a lot of work to get 11 outs.
Fly ball on the infield. Perino easing back on the grass. Now that's some good pitching by Andrew Warner. Leadoff triple by Nady, but the Giants don't score. They still lead, however, 3-0. The Giants struck first. An infield hit by Hunter Penn scored Posey, who had tripled. 1-0. Two more for the Giants in the third as Sandoval went down and golfed one. A 2-run double that scored the pitcher Vogelsong and Scudero to make it 3-0. Closest for the Padres. Headley, who flirted with a home run but caught by Nady against the left field wall. As Ryan Vogelsong scattering the 3 hits and the 3-0 lead. Warner pitching out of trouble, digging out of a leadoff triple in that 4th inning. And here in the bottom of the 4th, it'll be Denorfia, Maben, and Baker for San Diego. New second baseman Ryan Theriot for Scudero. We don't know what happened there. But Theriot, that's not exactly dropping in talent when you put Theriot at second, because he's hitting .500 against the Padres this year. 18 for 36. Brian Wilson, just a spectator after that elbow surgery, very start of the season.
You know, that'd be a pretty good Halloween costume. Go as Brian Wilson. You get the fake tattoos, you get the beard, you get the wig.
Well, there's a lot of fans that do wear the fake beards up there. Denorfia looks at another ball, 2-0.
I'm sure, you know, I'm sure he's got a slice of pizza in there or something. If he gets hungry, he can just reach in there and pull it out and eat it.
Ground ball to short. Crawford across to Belt, and safe is Denorfia. He was able to dodge as he veered quickly off foul territory to elude the tag. It's going to be an error on Crawford.
Got in his kitchen. Oh, and then very quickly Denorfia. Watch him peg the bag. Does he get him? He might be out. He might have got him. That was very, very close.
You know, I think if Belt had come down on the bag, he would have beaten the runner, but tough call at first base.
Yes, it was.
Bang, bang play. Adrian Johnson there makes the call safe, and the Padres have the leadoff man on. Maben fly to center his first time. He takes a strike on the outside corner.
You know, Mark and Dick, we always talk about the head first slides in the first base. That is an example right there. Chris Denorfia reading the throw and Brandon Belt getting up in the air and just being athletic, trying to get away from that tag.
Yeah, also, would you agree, Mark, even a hook slide towards the foul side of that bag there, right?
Yeah, sometimes it's a little hard if you're in full steam and you just have that late read of the first baseman.
So getting there to the bag when you're right on top of it, yeah, that's a good call.
You can see it. He has that athletic ability where he shifts his body to the right side, makes it very difficult. He is out, but that's what you have to do. You have to be athletic and run through the base.
Boy, that was close, though.
1-1 to Cameron Maben. Padres trying to stir up some trouble, get a little help maybe here with Denorfia safe. Oh, they got him picked off. Yep. The run down, the tag. So Denorfia a little too eager to break towards second, and a 1-3-6-3 put out.
He started shuffling secondary, go, and then all of a sudden, here's the pickle. Running back to the bag he got to, give it up, and Chris Denorfia runs right into it.
Well, if he was safe on the original call, I guess poetic justice.
Yeah.
Well, that is really being picked off. He was off by 30 feet. And the count 1-2 on Maben. Three 3-0 Giants, last of the fourth here at Petco. Milwaukee trying to rally in the bottom of the ninth inning. They've scored a couple of runs. It's now 7-6 Houston. High fly ball to center. Pagan for the second out. And let's go to our AT&T trivia question tonight. It involved Bruce Bochy winning 500 games with the Giants, 500 with the Dodgers. Can you name the two managers to win 500 with three different teams? I think many of you might have gotten Tony La Russa, but how about Leo DeRocher? Cubs, Giants, and Dodgers 500 wins or more.
Leo the Lip. He was always fun to watch.
Fiery at best.
Yes, he was.
John Baker, a double into right center field his first time. Bases empty with two gone in the Padre fourth inning. We'll see if Lincecum gets the call on Sunday. That's to be announced. It will be Madison Bumgarner tomorrow night against the Padres, as he'll go for his 17th win, a talented left-hander against the Padres' Eric Stoltz, who is 7-3. A ball, 2 strikes to Baker. That Milwaukee game has gone final. Houston wins 7-6.
Oh, that's got to hurt the Brewers. Not only losing, but losing to the Astros.
So that drops them 5 games with 5 to go. So the end is nearing for the Brewers' hopes of making it as a wild card. Ground ball to Crawford, right at the shortstop. And the Padres are out in the fourth. 3-0 for the visitors.
Padres Baseball, brought to you by Sequan Casino. Get away for the day at the all-new Sequan Casino, San Diego's destination for casino gaming and excitement. By Looper, now playing in a theater near you. And by your San Diego County Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a luxurious Lexus automobile today. For more information, visit Lexus.com. The historic heart of our city of San Diego, the Gasland Lamp District. Friday night, there'll be some toasting going on down there tonight. A lot of the fans from San Francisco that are here that'll enjoy our fine city over the weekend. And let's hope the Padres can at least temper the party and leave the Giants without a win to cheer. Top of the 5th inning. Warner to face Ryan Theriot. He replaced Scudero. Scudero did get an infield hit, so has a 16-game hitting streak, but for whatever reason is taken out of the game, and Theriot replacing him the last inning. And we'll see if that involves an injury or whether Scudero just didn't feel well. Wait for a report.
Have to do some investigative reporting.
1-2 now to Theriot.
We'll have to get Michael Turco on the deal.
Ryan Braun, by the way, in that final Houston beating Milwaukee, did have finally 1 for 4, 2 runs batted in. Mark Sweeney, it's interesting when you look at these Giants and you talk about whether it's football, basketball, baseball. Along with the success of a team and the talent of the team, you have to be injury lucky. You have to get through a year without losing your key players.
Yeah, you do, Dick. And we talk about the Marco Scudero pickup as well. You have to have guys at different stages of their career have career years. And Mark knows that too. When guys are healthy and they also have career years, you usually get some special moments. And the Giants already have the history in 2010 doing that as well.
Ground ball, Theriot hitting .500 against the Padres. No surprise there. His first at bat, singles to left field. And to that point about injuries, the 5 starters for San Francisco have answered the bell all season long. And the results are Vogelsong has 13 wins, Kane 16, Bumgarner 16, Zito 14, even Lincecum, who now will be the pitcher on Sunday, he's in double figures with 10. And they've all started 30 games or more.
Yeah, I think the Reds are in the same boat when it comes to that, right? We're talking about the rotation.
Meanwhile, the Padres have 22 different pitchers who have won a game this year. So you have to be fortunate, too. Nice stop by Warner. There's one who caught it. Finding Cabrera back for a double play. Sandoval 1-6-3 as Cabrera and Perino fought over the throw from Warner, and Cabrera won.
Well, as a pitcher, when there's a runner on first base, you need to get on the same page. That's why when you see pitchers go back and look at the infielders, okay, who do I got on the turn? Well, they're confused between Perino and Cabrera. The bottom line is, yeah, they got it done, but it's a play like this that turns ugly and creates a big inning.
Yeah, that really is not the blame of Warner. That's the 2 middle infielders. Exactly. They've got to know who's covering. And of course, Perino has not had a lot of opportunity working with Cabrera. Gets a rare start at second base and work that out. So 2 outs on the double play.
And with that play, guys, you'll see the shortstops when they see the pitch, they'll look into the catcher and they'll see the pitch and they know the responsibilities before the pitch is thrown.
Exactly. And you know what could have been ugly about that play is that both of them converge. They get there and they both pull up thinking, I've got it, you take it.
Next thing you know, Maben is fielding the ball in center field. Posey, the count now 1-1 on him. He has a triple and a fly ball to right, so he's gone the opposite field both times. For the Padres, they're going to be the last team in the majors. There's a line drive base hit. Posey hitting .333 at the start. And here's another extra base hit for the talented catcher. That double play now plays big in the inning. Posey a double and a triple in 3 at bats.
Padres turning their 98th double play in this inning, and they'll be the last team to turn it 100 times. Bud Black makes his way to the mound as Posey, with that beautiful swing of his, cranks a double into the left field corner, adding to his .333 batting average, and that will ring the bell for Anthony Bass to relieve Werner, with Posey at second, 2 outs in the 5th, and the Giants leading 3-0. Don't miss Padres fan appreciation time against these Giants. First 25,000 fans in attendance tomorrow will receive a Padres t-shirt. And on Sunday, fans will take home a 2012 Padres team photo. So get your tickets at Padres.com or call 619-795-5555. Well, Anthony Bass makes his 23rd appearance, his 9th in relief. And this is the kind of game, trailing 3-0. If the Padres rally, a chance for Bass to pick up a win, improve that 2-7 record.
And a couple of days ago, Anthony was out there on the hill against LA, 2 solid innings.
Hunter Pence is the hitter.
Trying to lead that runner out there, that inherited runner at second base.
Pence, an infield single in the 2nd, drove in his 99th run. Grounded to third his last time.
Dick, actually, those 2 innings against the Dodgers, Anthony gave up a couple of earned runs. He did not walk anybody, and he struck out 1 Dodger. He gave up a home run that outing.
Matt Kemp hit that ball deep to center field.
Yeah. Well, a lot of pitches tonight for Andrew Werner, a lot of deep counts. But still, this game within reach. Only down by 3.
2-0 now to Pence. There's a strike. Werner threw 88 pitches, 4 2/3 innings. He's responsible for Posey. 3 runs all earned, 8 hits, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Way outside, 3-1 to Pence with Xavier Nady on deck. Now the Giants showing what they've done all season long. The best hitting team on the road in Major League Baseball. They already have 8 hits here in 4 2/3 innings. Wild swing at a changeup. 2 triples tonight. A couple of doubles.
You know, the thing about these Giants, Dick, is that, they've been doing it without the long ball. It's just like they pick you apart. It's like death by paper cuts, right?
Out of play. So again, repeating that was announced during the game tonight that Tim Lincecum will be the pitcher on Sunday against Edinson Volquez on Military Sunday and Team Photo Sunday. Back to the mound. Nice comebacker for Bass, and the inning's over. And once again, the Padres pitch out of trouble, a single and a double, but no addition to the 3-0 lead.
When, guys can run for cover. Our guys did. They shouldered the responsibility. They showed up every day. They played hard, and it was rewarded, I think, by how they came to play once things got rolling. The confidence grew, momentum grew, but I'm proud of the way those guys hung in there. They didn't make excuses. They didn't complain. They didn't complain about injuries. They didn't complain about bad breaks. They kept grinding. That's what I'm going to be most proud of.
Yeah, the message from Bud Black, and indeed the Padres this second half have made not only the manager but our entire city proud of the way they played. Andy Perino then the pitcher's spot, and Everett Cabrera. Bass looks as if he's going to hit for himself. 3-0 Giants behind Ryan Vogelsong. Two strikes on Perino, who walked his first time.
And Mark Sweeney, you've played on a lot of teams that have experienced what the Padres have experienced, and you play for managers who just expect you to give you 90 feet, give you a good effort, play the game the right way, correct?
Yeah, that's the way you want it. And I think the most important thing, in hearing Bud Black talk about his team, I think they really showed up every time. I've been on teams where individuals showed up, but the whole team really rallied behind Bud Black and his staff, and they showed it on the field. Just the determination and not quitting. That's what I'm always going to remember about this ball club.
Yeah. From day one, Bud Black has worked on, that Padres across the front of your uniform. We're Padres in this dugout. You got to be proud to be that way. And I think that with Josh Burns and the new ownership, it's been made very clear here in the second half of the year as Bass hits for himself that if you want to stay in San Diego and enjoy this great city and play for the fans of this city, you better be doggone proud of what is on the front of that jersey. You're representing a terrific city and a great organization, and I get the full sense that that's how they feel, all 25 men in that clubhouse. Bass, a rare chance to hit. He's got 4 hits and 29 at bats this year. Has an RBI and a triple. out of Detroit, Wayne State. Ground ball over the bag at first. A nice stop by Belt, and then the throw to first and gets Bass. Now Bass had himself a base hit until Brandon Belt entered the scene, and a fine play by the first baseman.
You know, as Belt fielded that ball, I would look down at Anthony Bass. I think Anthony anticipated this ball going down the line. He started to belly out of that baseline.
He thought he had a double.
Yeah, watch him belly out. I'm going to go for extra bases. Then he sees he gets it. He goes, I got to get on my horse. And what a nice play by the Giraffe over there at first base.
It's amazing how players will find the physical sense of a player and say, you know, and the more you think about Giraffe, the more, you know, the features, not only the long neck, you know.
They sell those caps at the Giants gift shop in San Francisco.
Like this one here.
Yeah, exactly.
Lady on the right.
Yep. And when you look at a Giraffe and you look at the head, you look at Brandon Belt.
Eyes close together, you know, narrow face. Cabrera out in front, 1-1. He has struck out and popped to second. It's kind of like the older person and the pet dog, you know.
They start to look like one another.
You go down the street and say, you know what? The guy looks like the dog, or the dog looks like the woman. A chopper to Sandoval at third. Don't look at me like that. I am not a Pekingese. Now we're talking.
Yeah. True love.
After 5, the Giants with a 3-0 lead, out hitting the Padres 8-3. Well, in our pregame show, we had a question for you, a text question involving you fans as to the potential National League Manager of the Year, and you have a chance still to vote. Text ABC or D to 777-888. Who should be the NL Manager of the Year? Is it Johnson, Baker, Bochy, or Black? The B's dominate, don't they?
You know what? Every manager has a case.
Good news about all that is Dusty Baker, with that irregular heartbeat after spending a few days in the hospital, is okay. He's going to return to the Reds. Well, Bud Black, and it's not just the San Diego bias, I imagine he's going to get some votes for what he's done to rally this team in the second half of the year.
He's got to. When we talked about the Reds, we talked about the Giants and the rotation staying intact, and what the Padres and Bud Black have done with 15 different starters. I mean, it's amazing.
They've had 5 starters. They had one emergency starter up in San Francisco. Vogelsong and now Bass, as Bass works on the 6th inning. Nady tripled his last time, then Belt and Crawford to bat.
That's right. Petit got that start the day after the Giants clinched.
It was just let the boys celebrate the night of the clinch on Saturday night. That's in there, 2-2. Big news tonight in baseball. Homer Bailey of the Reds, a no-hit, no-run game at Pittsburgh. 1-0. And down goes Nady on a breaking pitch.
Good, tight breaking ball. Slider out of the hand of Anthony Bass.
Brandon Belt steps up. He's flying to left and grounded out.
That's good, Bass.
You don't have to throw that one back, do you?
No, that's a keeper.
Catch and release.
Yeah.
Release him right to the dugout. Really like this young man, Bass. Again, like so many of the Padre pitchers, injury bad luck. Working his way back out of the bullpen in this role, a long relief. High in the air. Wow, is that up there?
It's as high as a giraffe.
Chase Headley like catching a rock as that thing came down from outer space. Higher than a giraffe's neck, you say, that pop up.
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah, nice little segue there. You're gonna, you know, how the Johnny Carson and the late night shows, how they use our San Diego Zoo because it's so
That's
close
right, Joe
by.
Embry, yeah.
It was a feature, and I think Carson probably enjoyed that as much as anything. You're kind of becoming our zookeeper here.
I love the zoo.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Well, we got the best in the world.
Yeah.
Here. You know, we could have it as a regular thing. You know, I know that just the accolades are pouring in about you in the. What kind of monkey was that?
You know what? The trainer told me last night, but it escapes me. I can't remember what the.
A little monkey is what it was.
Right. It was a cute monkey.
And the way you.
There she is, Crystal.
And look at it smiling. You got the same smile as you. And even a kiss. What is that?
Oh.
Oh, you had a little chocolate on your chin.
That's when she was reading the promo.
That was great. Crawford into foul territory, and Denorfia runs out of room. While we have that there, a lot of fans didn't see the monkey actually read the promo.
I had to translate.
Can we cue that up again? And yeah, here it is.
MLB.TV. Baseball. Everywhere. Nicely done, Crystal.
Nice
Good
work.
job.
You know what? I think you were communicating. Another foul.
Crystal's been in 22 movies.
Crystal, can Crystal sing? That's a kind of a singer's name too, Crystal.
Yeah.
And she has a ball too, you know. What do we got here? A shark cat?
Kind of tough to tell on that one.
On the left?
Yeah.
I tell you what, though, if you get into that zoo, bringing in guests like the little monkey, foul back, and you know we can't. Giraffe happens to be after going to Kenya on safari. That's my favorite.
I remember you told me that.
So I think they're just so elegant in the wild and the way they lope and how they can hide. When there's one tree in the whole vast plain, and you go by and there's a giraffe hiding under there, you don't even see it. I mean, how a big animal like that can be so well camouflaged. But the point is, see, there we go. Camera.
Greg Lilly getting a little loving over there.
Yeah. Doesn't Greg always bring a monkey to the games? The point is, we can't put a giraffe. We can't bring a giraffe up here because it's not tall enough in the booth. But
it couldn't fit in that elevator.
Yeah, that's the problem. Now the other is, are you going to bring snakes?
Hate snakes. No snakes for me.
No snakes?
No.
Okay. You wouldn't have one curled around your neck, you know, and just give you a little, you know, they, not fangs, but that little thing kind of licks you on the chin.
No, but ain't going there. Don't like him.
2-2. And fouled again by Crawford. 2 outs, no one on here in the 6th.
Oh my goodness.
Carlos going, wow. Look at that.
Man.
Well trained. Huh? How old is that man?
18 and a half. And they could live like to 50.
Old enough to vote.
Yeah.
Crawford battles and winds up with a single to left field.
That was a battle. That was a great at-bat by Crawford. Staying on top of that high pitch. A lot of foul balls back, a lot of foul balls up in the air, but he gets his top hand. Watch him get his top hand on top of it. It's an elevated pitch and lines it to left rather than working underneath it for the easy fly ball to left.
10th pitch of the at-bat is golden for Crawford, who continues to give the Giants some fine production in the bottom of the order. Vogelsong is 1 for 1, a walk and a single, and he scored a run. Getting some good cuts.
Yes, he
Hard
is.
to believe he only has 5 hits all season. So no snakes, probably no spiders. You wouldn't have those.
Hate them. I don't like bees. I don't like spiders. I don't like snakes.
Ground ball sharply at shortstop Cabrera. The short out to second. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Padres need 3 to tie. It'll be Venable, Headley, and Alonso to hit. Off their backs, presented by Saquon. Purchase a $1 scratch-off ticket at any Padres game. You get tonight and tomorrow night, and then you get a chance to win a camouflage jersey from a Padres player or coach on Sunday. All proceeds benefit the Padres Foundation. You buy that $1 scratch-off ticket, you know right away. You scratch it off, you'll know if you're a winner, and then they have a drawing, and one by one, hopefully you'll get that very first pick.
Yep.
And you take the jersey right off the back of the Padre on Sunday.
And they'll even autograph it for you.
That's great.
Personalize it for you.
Hey, take a chance for $1. That's not a bad
you're
lottery.
helping a great cause.
And you've got 40 or 50 chances to win.
And as Sue Botus said in the pregame show with CS Keys, every dollar goes towards the Padres Foundation. Sue Botus, the best.
She is a great member of the Padre team. Venable has one of the 3 hits off Vogelsong. Padres got 1-out singles from Venable and Headley in the 1st inning. Things look bright. 1st and 3rd, 1 out. And Alonso lined out to short. To Norfield, lined out to right. Padres have only 1 hit since. That one's going to fall into right field for a base hit, so Venable is 2 for 3. That's the start. Brings up Chase Headley. Headley a single and a long out to left.
Got jammed a little bit down by the label, but fights it off nicely. It's elevated and dumps it into shallow right center field.
Venable quietly has had a good season. He's hitting .260.
The fans picking Will Venable tonight and pick the stick. So they've got a couple points.
Well, this is a night in history for baseball in this city of San Diego on this night, September 28th. And I know a lot of you fans watching now were there. Qualcomm closed its doors as Petco was to be the home of the Padres in the spring of 2004. This is the anniversary of that last game at Qualcomm. You were there.
I remember that day game. It was an emotional day. You know, a lot of the guys came back and ran out on the field to say goodbye to San Diego / Jack Murphy / Qualcomm Stadium.
Thank you for putting Jack Murphy's name in there too. Great sports writers.
Did you know Jack?
Yes, absolutely.
Never got the chance to meet him.
He was an elegant figure. You just knew that he was good.
Yeah.
Just the way he conducted himself. As I recall, now and then he would have a pipe, make him all the more sophisticated. That look. I wouldn't be surprised he had some leather patches on the sleeves of his jacket.
Yeah.
1-1 to Headley. Another fine longtime sports writer here, Jerry McGee, and Jerry and Jack were close colleagues.
Of course, you remember Phil Collier as well.
And Phil
right?
Collier, of course. Those are three absolutely A-plus writers covering sports for our city. Ground line, one hopper, and thank goodness that was. They throws it away. Bell throws it into left field, and instead of a double play, the Padres wind up with runners at second, third. There's a wild throw, and no further advance as it rolls along the barrier by the screen. And when the dust clears, Padres are second and third with no one out. At first, it appeared to be a line drive double play because if Bell catches it on the fly, Venable was way off the base, but he couldn't catch it. One hopped it, then elected to go for the double play to second. Oh, this was close. Instead of 2 outs, 2 men in scoring position.
Boy, you talk about something happening so quickly. The Giants throw the ball all over the diamond. Rush the throw there. Rush the throw here. And just like that, second and third, nobody out.
So the second error committed by the Giants tonight. Nadee's wild throw did not punish them further as the ball stayed in play behind home plate. So no one out in this 3-0 game, and a chance for the Padres to get right back in it on one swing. Here's Yonder Alonso, lined out to short with runners at first and third back in the first inning. Crushed the ball, but right to the shortstop Crawford. Struck out, took a third strike in the third. Infield, back. Out of play. So scored a fielder's choice and an error 3. Well, that's just in a split second. Yep. One play goes from 2 outs to no outs and 2 Padres in scoring position.
They got to make it hurt. Here's Mr. Doubles.
2 of them last night. 37 on the year. 2 strikes. No one throwing in the Giant bullpen. We're in the last of the 6th. The golden opportunity thanks to the error by Belt. One and 2. Fastball outside. Yonder second to Headley in RBIs this year with 60. Venable and Headley aboard.
Line drive, base hit. That'll score 1 run, but holding at third is Headley. He had to check up to make sure that ball got through. It's 3-1 as Alonso delivers.
Well, a great at-bat for Yonder Alonso. Hanging curveball. He starts off soft. He chases the high fastball. Now he's got some work to do. Down 0-2, fastball wasted. 1-2, and the 1-2 pitch. Nice short swing off the end of the bat. Not trying to do too much. And that's a run for San Diego. And he's all fired up. You betcha.
Still no one out in first and third, so the tying run on. Here's Denorfia, line to right. Safe on an error by the shortstop Crawford, who overthrew on his ground ball. Overthrew first baseman Belt. Infield at double play depth. On the outside corner. Vogelsong has been able to hit that outside edge pretty consistently tonight.
Well, the Padres are in need of a big hit right here. Extra base hit possibly. And, you know, the home run's been a factor for Vogelsong the last 6 starts. 7 of his 17 home runs allowed have come in his last 6 starts. So a victim of the long ball.
Denorfia falls behind 0-2.
Take a look at the breakdown. Ryan Vogelsong, 78 pitches, 11 here so far in the 6th, with nobody out.
Gave up a double and a walk in that second inning where he threw 22 pitches. No one out. Headley at third. Alonso at first. (3-1) Giants lead. Giants with a run in the second on a triple by Posey and an infield hit Benz. They got 2 more in the third on Pablo Sandoval's 2-run double. Maben on deck. Did he go? Yes. Punched out by Adrian Johnson. 4th strikeout for Vogelsong. Yeah, he went. Yeah. No question. So 1 out, first and third, and it's Maben the hitter. And we get a report on Marco Scudero why he left the game prematurely. Head and chest congestion. Just battling perhaps a cold, and got his hit, extended his streak. And now Ryan Theriot replacing him out at second base. Maben up twice, has flied out twice. That would get a run home here. Headley at third with 1 out. Alonso ready to go at first. Jose Mijares, a left-hander, starting to throw in the Giants' pen. Double play ball. Theriot to Crawford and back to first, and the Padres' golden opportunity to come back and tie. They manage only 1. It's 3-1.
Giants right now, top of the 7th inning. Mark Sweeney, Mike Pomeranz with you coming up in the post-game show. Hopefully a little bit more offense to talk about as the Padres trying to scratch and claw their way back into this one.
Yeah, nice job by Yonder Alonso in an RBI situation. Going the other way, that's what you have to do. A little bit of luck off the end of the bat, but they have to produce more runs with the big hits. Cameron may have been hitting a tailor-made double play.
When we see the post-game show, we'll have all of the game highlights, the stats, the recap that you expect, but we're also going to hear from the manager. Buddy Black will take you around baseball, show you a phenomenal night for the Cincinnati Reds, truly historic, and we answer the text poll. You voted. Which NL manager do you think should be the manager of the year? Your selection when we see you after the last out, guys.
All right, thanks. Mike and Mark coming up right after the game. Padres make it 3-1, an unearned run in the 6th, thanks to Brad Belt's error. Padres could not take full advantage, but are within 2 as Dale Thayer comes in to work the 7th inning. Top of the order, Pagan, Terrio, and Sandoval.
Well, a nice job by Anthony Bass, an inning in the 3rd. 1 hit, 1 strikeout. And Bud Black trying to spread it out in that bullpen. Dale Thayer now on. Top of the order, as Dick just mentioned. Got to hold him here.
Pagan bats left-handed for the first time, went 0 for 3 against starter Andrew Warner, hitting from the right side. Takes a strike, bluffs the bunt. Or maybe it wasn't a bluff. He likes to
yes, he does
leg out some of those. Three runs and 9 hits for San Francisco. 1 run, 5 hits for the Padres.
Oh, Madison Bumgarner, the lefty on the left, and Matt Cain, the righty on the right. A nice 1-2 punch right there for San Francisco.
5 starters, all with wins in double figures. And Vogelsong trying to make it number 14 tonight. We haven't seen Cain. We missed him in San Francisco last weekend, and he won't pitch in this series. One and 2 to Pagan.
You know, you talk about double figures for those starters, Dick. How about going back to the days of the Orioles when 4 of them had 20 wins?
That was something.
Is that unbelievable?
Hopper to second. Quick throw by Perino, and Pagan is gone.
Jim Palmer, Mike Cuellar, Dave McNally, and Pat Dobson for the Baltimore Orioles. Each of them had 20 or more wins.
It was the 4-man rotation days.
Man, what a year.
That was some team. Brooks Robinson, Luke Powell, Paul Blair out in center field, Mark Belanger.
Oh, he could pick it, Mark Belanger. He could pick it at short.
I mean, there was a guy who could hit 200 and you couldn't take him out of the lineup.
Yep.
200's enough. You don't have to worry about
exactly.
it. We got plenty of bats. You just make sure you do the defensive work. And he stole so many base hits with his glove. Rangy.
His glove also was like the size of an oven mitt. It was so small.
Like the old days, you know, it was just a small little glove with a couple of leather straps between the thumb and the forefinger. Go get them.
You could fold it up and put it in your back pocket. Yeah. And in the old days, they used to leave them out at their position.
Yeah, absolutely. Toss them out there. End of the season, it'd be, you know, almost bare in the middle in the pocket. You caught so many of the same glove.
That's because the fingers weren't connected. You know, the old gloves, like you mentioned. So they were concentrating on catching that ball
in
with
the
2 hands and in the pocket.
And that's why, you know, it drives some of the old timers crazy to see with all those big gloves and how everyone catches one-handed. One of the reasons why we've gone from the 2-hand catch to 1-hand catch. In the old days, that little glove, you better get that bare hand in there to make sure the ball stayed.
Yep.
Thayer 2-2 now on Terrio, who singled his only time up after he replaced Scudero. So all that Terrio is 19 for 37 against the Padres this year. Full count. Seventh inning. Giants leading 3-1. Another swinging bunt. Thayer can't make the play. Terrio's 2 for 2. I mean, it's amazing how the second base position between Scudero and Terrio I mean, they've got about 50 hits against Padre pitching this year.
And when things are going your way, you top the slider. It hits out in front of home plate, not on the plate, and it just deadens perfectly. Gets eaten up by that grass, and what do you know? You're aboard with a base knock.
20 hits and 38 at bats, well over 500 for Terrio against Padre pitching. How did they keep me out of the lineup, he's saying. Well, here's Sandoval. He's done his damage. A 2-run double to left center in the third. That's the difference in the game. Runner goes. Throw by Baker. Not in time. That one was stolen off the pitcher. Thayer didn't give him a look over there, and Terrio had a running start.
Nice pop-up slide from Terrio.
13th steal of the season. Giants don't run much. Pagan has 29, by far and away their leading base stealer. Takes away the double play. That ball drilled to right. Venable on the run, makes the catch. Terrio back to second base. Sandoval got it all for an out.
Hey, Padre fans, don't miss the Padres final 2012 military salute. It's this Sunday against these Giants. Join your Padres in saluting the men and women of the armed forces with a special pregame ceremony before the Padres take on the Giants. First pitch is at 1:05. Get your tickets at Padres.com or get on the horn and call 619-795-5555. Be part of a great last weekend here at Petco Park and honor the men and women who serve our country. We thank them.
Big finale and fan appreciation. The team photo, the military Sunday. You'll see Lincecum against Volquez. And the Marines will be here as well. So why don't you join us Sunday, say goodbye to the home season 2012 and salute the Padres and the Giants. Posey 2 for 3, a triple and a double. And updating his 2 hits, 335. McCutchen now at 330, so he must have gone over tonight because he was only 1 point behind Posey at the start. Molina 320. Now they're going to walk Posey. And Buster Posey trying to become a rare catcher to win the National League batting title. And you want to know how rare that is. You have to go back to 1942. Ernie Lombardi, who also won the batting title when he was a Cincinnati Red, I think was 38. Well, as a Boston Brave, Lombardi was the catcher that won the National League title.
And you know, quite frankly, I think Buster Posey might be looking at something like this.
And he's the complete package.
Yes, he is.
First and second with 2 outs, and meeting at the mound with Darren Bowlesley. Hunter Pence is the batter. Attendance tonight 32,691. Hope you made your plans for tomorrow night and for Sunday afternoon.
Can you believe it's coming to an end? It's like the end of summer camp.
It is. Yeah, there's a sadness about the season coming to an end. Well, especially when you know that there's no postseason activity.
Yeah.
You think of the investment of effort in a major league season, like not only the men we cheer on the field, but all of the employees, the team of Padres behind the scenes that make it all work. Think about a highlight, the Jerry Coleman's statue, Celebration Day. Here's Pence, 2 on, 2 out. Strike 1.
Good 94-mile-an-hour heater from Dale Thayer.
Pence, who added an RBI to his total to give him 99 for the year. With an infield hit, he's grounded out twice. A chopper, and it's 0-2. Changeup. 3-1 Padres trail the Giants. And Thayer trying to work his way out of trouble, first and second here in the 7th.
You know what I love about Dale Thayer? He just goes right after hitters. You know, it's just no nonsense. He just gets the sign, gets in the stretch. He just tries to pound the strike zone. Not afraid to just go right after him.
Didn't he just shave because of the new baby about 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, because he wanted to be clean shaven in the pictures. Looks like he's letting himself go a little bit.
I mean, I could start a not
he
shaved from now to Peoria.
He shaved this morning.
If I didn't shave from now till Peoria, I couldn't get that much beard. Struck him out. Little hair on that fastball. Stretch half of the seventh. It's 3-1. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, where the healthy pets go. And by Chevy. Stop in to your San Diego County Chevy dealer. Take advantage of our total confidence pricing, where the price you see is the price you pay. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees are extra. Bottom of the seventh inning, a pitching change for the Giants. Jose Majerus comes in to relieve Ryan Vogelsong, and Jesus Guzman will be the first man he faces. Guzman batting for catcher John Baker. Baker went 1 for 2 with a double. Majerus, American leaguer, Minnesota 4 years, Kansas City earlier in the season, and waived and picked up in August by these Giants. Get a left-hander in the bullpen.
14 arms, Dick, in that bullpen for San Francisco. Now that we're in the month of September.
Swing and a miss. 1-1 Guzman.
We saw Majerus up in San Francisco. Look at him.
They're like pigeons on the railing, aren't they? Is that a bullpen or is that a pen with a lot of bull? I didn't.
That's a good way of putting it. Nicely done.
Yeah, that'd be fun to disguise yourself and just be a member of the book. What the things they talk about early in the game? There are all kinds of pranks and jokes.
You get your own little games going on down there. You know.
That ball hit high in the air. Guzman just missed it into shallow left center. Pagan calls off Nady. 1 away. Andy Perino, the batter. He's walked and struck out.
You know, you have your trivia games, maybe a little game of Jeopardy. You get teams, and you have the host keep score. And then once it gets down to crunch time, you know, 5th, 6th inning, you know, okay, it's time to
get serious.
Yeah.
Get silent. So Vogelsong goes 6 innings, 1 run unearned, 5 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts. A solid effort by the veteran right-hander. Perino batting right-handed for the first time, fouls that one away. He, like Alexi Amarista, not a big man, but boy, they take a big man swing. Carlos Quinton on deck. See if he's going to hit for the pitcher, Thayer. Watch out. Marino work his way aboard, brings the tying run to the plate. Always hoping Quinton can have an opportunity to swing that big bat, do some damage. Marino goes up on the handle, 2 strikes against him.
Nice job by Mijares with the fastball up. Posey wanted to up by design to go 1 and 2, and that's exactly what he did.
Gregerson and Thatcher get loose in the Padre pen. Rolled to third. Sandoval across. 2 out. 2012 college basketball season tips off live. Flight deck of the USS Midway. Syracuse and San Diego State collide. A highly anticipated start of the basketball year. The battle on the Midway live from San Diego. Friday, November 9th here on Fox Sports San Diego. Early read on 2 powerhouse teams, the Aztecs and the Orange of Syracuse. So with Perino unable to reach safely and 2 outs, they're going to save Carlos Quinton's bat, and they'll use Ali Solis instead. Looking for his first major league hit, Solis. There are his numbers at San Antonio.
Well, since it's Hispanic Heritage Night, right? It's nice that Ali gets a chance for an at-bat. Lives in Mexicali. Was born in Mexicali, Mexico.
Yeah, so it's only appropriate. He's 0 for 2 as a big leaguer. Here's his chance to get that precious first hit.
What a good kid, too.
Excellent receiver.
Yeah.
Curveball bends low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leadoff hitter Cabrera on deck. Way outside. Either Gregerson or Thatcher to work in the top of the 8th inning. A couple of left-handers do, Belt and Crawford. Makes you think that Thatcher might be the man. Two and two.
Well, we don't know if Ali's going to get an at-bat tomorrow or play, but tomorrow is his birthday, September 29th. He's turning 25, so if we don't get a chance to see him tomorrow, an early Feliz Cumpleaños to Ali Solis.
Be nice for him to get an early birthday gift here with a base knock. And he rips one foul out in front of that pitch. Got all of it. Too quick. This lady's in the background enjoying the scramble for the baseball. Struck him out. No birthday gift from pitcher Mijares as Solis goes down swinging.
in relief. We look ahead tomorrow. One of the fine left-handers, Madison Bumgarner, goes for the Giants. Bumgarner is 16-10, and Eric Stoltz has done a terrific job for the Padres, 7-3 with an ERA of 2.81 after his 8th win of the year. And again, like Andrew Warner tonight, Warner and Stoltz, two men that came up mid-season and filled the void by all those arm injuries, a chance to audition for next season. And Stoltz so far very impressive.
And it's always good to go into spring training with an abundance of pitching,
especially left-handers.
Sure.
So Thatcher, a left-hander, out of the bullpen. Get this now, Guzman comes in to play second base, and Solis stays in the game for Baker behind the plate. And Guzman, who can play just about everywhere, gets a shot at second base. Let's see how long it takes for the ball to find him. Thatcher will face Nady, and then two left-handed hitters scheduled, Belt and Crawford. (3-1) Giants, top of the 8th. The Padres have had a couple innings where they had an opportunity. The first inning against Vogelsong, 1st and 3rd with 1 out. Bad luck. Alonso and Denorfia both lined out. And then they got a run in with no one out and 1st and 3rd in the 6th. But that's all they could get as Denorfia struck out and Maben hit into a double play. That was the big chance for San Diego to get right back in it. They trail only 3-1. Watch out. Nady fouls that one beyond the Padre dugout.
Yeah, that hard hit ball off the bat of Headley in that 6th inning. And if that found the right field corner, rattled around there. The inning where there was an error, the throw into left field.
And Alonso then with runners at 2nd and 3rd, line to left. Headley had to hold at second base, so he made it to 3rd as Venable scored. So it was 3-1, 1st and 3rd, no one out. Vogelsong induced Denorfia to strike out and Maben to hit into a sharp 4-6-3 double play. Nady struck out twice and tripled. Two and two.
Jeremy Affeldt, the left-hander, veteran left-hander, heating up.
Brad Brock is tuning up in the Padre pen. Kokomo Joe, 2-2 to Nady.
You know, it's an adjustment for Joe Thatcher as well now with Ali Solis behind the plate. Different target. And believe me, you know, that takes some adjusting because you're so used to throwing to either John Baker or Grandal.
Leadoff walk to Nady. Well, this week on Fox Saturday Baseball, the games that could determine playoff positions. This is the exciting time. The Angels are going to battle it out with the AL West leading Rangers. The Rays take on the White Sox. Chicago looking to keep their playoff hopes alive as they battle against Detroit. The Twins square off against Miguel Cabrera and the Tigers. Cabrera chasing the Triple Crown as the Tigers battling to get into the postseason. Boy, some great games. Fox Saturday Baseball presented by MasterCard begins at 12:30 Pacific time. Gregor Blanco is the pinch runner for Nady. Belt is 0 for 3 tonight. Ball 1. Thatcher stumbling on his follow through on that pitch.
Yeah, it's his right knee, Joe Thatcher's right knee, that was giving him problems recently. That landing leg.
Blanco with 24 stolen bases. Swing and a miss by Belt, who is flying to left, grounded to second, and he popped to third. The giraffe.
Keep an eye on Blanco. He's second to Pagan in steals. There he goes. Swing and a miss. Throw by Solis is not in time. Blanco's 25th stolen base.
What a quick release from Ali Solis behind the plate. Boy, he got rid of that ball really quickly. It's just that the throw was on the shortstop side of second base. Watch how quick he is. Glove to throwing hand. Bam.
That was pretty close.
Yeah, even though the throw was on the shortstop side, that's a close play.
Right there. Is he on the base? No, the front foot had gone by the base.
Yep.
I think he might have gotten him.
I think you're right there.
Really tough call. But
yep.
Blanco's there at second with no one out. And the count now 1-2 to Brandon Belt. Struck him out. Boy, Thatcher tough on left-handed hitters. One away to Brandon Crawford, another lefty.
And he's got to keep an eye on Blanco at second base. You got to one look him, two look him, maybe even three look him. As we take a look at that sweeping breaking ball.
Way out in front.
Yeah, lefties going to this game off of Joe Thatcher. 10 for 58. That's a 172 clip. That number will go down thanks to that sweeping slider.
Crawford a single the last time, 1 for 3. Struck out and hit into a 1-6-3 put out first time bat. Francisco Peguero is in the on deck circle. Pitcher's spot due next. Right. Two strikes on Crawford. Giants got a run in the second, 2 in the third. Padres solo came in the sixth, 3-1. Struck him out. Took a little off that breaking pitch. So back-to-back strikeouts of Belt and Crawford. And now the pinch hitter Peguero.
Well, Joe Thatcher's got that slider working, and it's so effective, especially when the hitters are in the hole. 0-2, 1-2. That's the way Thatcher has worked recently, the last two hitters, and it might be a 2-out night for Joe Thatcher as Bud Black makes a slow stroll out to the hill.
Peguero has had only 12 at-bats, 2 hits and 12 at-bats. Looking at the plate umpire, Field and Colbert, and says, yes, I am going to make a change, and Brad Brock is the man. The young right-hander comes in from the Padre bullpen, a break in the action. Giants lead 3-1. runner at second. 2 outs here in the 8th inning, and Brad Brock to pitch now to Aubrey Huff. Huff will hit for the announced pinch hitter Peguero. Big year for the rookie Brock. He's been a mainstay out in that bullpen. Lots of action. Good job. .216 batting average against.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to get rattled out there. He's been in pressure situations. That's only going to make him a better pitcher as he inherits 1 runner. Only 70 strikeouts in 63 in the 3rd. More strikeouts than innings pitched. That's a great sign.
The only negative, the home run column, 11. He'll have to cut down on that. So Huff, the veteran, hasn't seen a lot of action this year. Injuries and the fact that the Giants have made other moves. But he was a big player 2 years ago when they went all the way to the World Series. He's hitting only .194 this season, 72 at bats. But I liked up in San Francisco, although he hasn't been key to the success of the Giants this year. When he did pinch hit, the sellout crowds up there in San Francisco gave him huge ovation. They remember what he did to bring them their first World Series title to the city by the Bay. 2-0 the count. Foul back toward us.
Well, how about Brian Wilson with the orange and black painted fingernails there, going straight Halloween? Or is he just a Giants fan? Obviously, he's a Giants fan, but he's. Look at that.
Oh, that's right. Wow, two-tone. Now, that takes some work. Not your normal cat. 2-1 to Huff. Well, meanwhile, up in Colorado, Dodgers winning 6-0. Or excuse me, Colorado at Los Angeles. A 6-0 score. Immediately you think, is Kershaw pitching? And the answer is yes. A 5-hit shutout going in the 8th inning for the Dodgers. 2-2. Struck him out on a pitch in the dirt. Padre pitchers strike out the side. Hatcher gets Belt and Crawford, and Brock takes care of Huff.
Clippers basketball returns to Fox Sports San Diego. Watch as Blake Griffin, Chris Paul, and the rest of the Clips get ready for another exciting season. Preseason hoops tip off Saturday, October 6th. Then wrap up October with opening night at the Staples Center when the Clippers host the Grizzlies. That's on Halloween night. So don't miss a single shot all season long right here on Fox Sports San Diego.
Great time. Baseball comes to its conclusion, the postseason. College football, NFL football, and college and NBA basketball just around the corner. Jeremy Affeldt is the new pitcher, and Cabrera takes strike one. Blanco stays in left field for Nady. '65th appearance for Jeremy Affeldt. And he jumps in front on the count, 2 strikes. 92 on that fastball. Padres need a base runner. Bring that tying run to the plate. Venable, then Headley scheduled here in the 8th after Cabrera. And we'll see if Bud Black makes a move to Affeldt, a left-hander, with the left-handed hitting Venable do next. Carlos Quentin seems in the ready position, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. If Cabrera gets on base, you might see Quentin. Although no action in the Giant bullpen. And Carlos is raring to go.
With Headley to hit behind him, if indeed he does pinch hit. 2-2 Cabrera.
He's going to get a breaking ball here.
Way outside. Full count. Leadoff man for the Padres, who has struck out, popped up, and grounded to third. There's a big pitch. Padres trying to get a man on there. Fouls it off. Fastball at 90.
It walks just as good as a hit, and a bloop and a blast would be some kind of nice right here.
That'd be a good title for your autobiography.
Some kind of
bloop and a
nice.
blast would be some kind of nice. I'd buy it. I'd go for it.
A lot of pictures.
High in the air to center. That's the deep part of the yard, and Pagan has the first out. Affeldt induces Cabrera to fly out for the first out, and that changes the thinking by Bud Black. He does not use Quentin. Obviously, he's going to save him for a chance to tie it with a man on base. Venable is 2 for 3 tonight. A couple of singles and a ground out to short. Padres have only 5 hits, 2 by Venable. Headley with a single. Alonso an RBI single. And a double, John Baker. Venable hitting against left-handed pitching is .238. He does have a triple. And good play, Affeldt, to take that one out of center field, and there's 2 away. It sure helps if you can field your position.
It looks like Affeldt is always in a good position. Boy, cat-like reflexes there. Nicely done.
Chase Headley batting right-handed, 1 for 3 tonight, single, and a long out to left field, batting left-handed. Safe on his fielder's choice the last at bat. 1 for 3 for Chase. No runs batted in. If he gets on, Yonder Alonso would be next. Rondal and Solis, 2 young catchers. Pulled foul. So they not only have Carlos Quentin there, they got the home run potential bat of Grandal also down there. If the Padres can get somebody on base.
Yeah, Bud Black has some options. It's about, hey, look who's in the house, Phil Nevin. He joined a big league ball game, was the AAA manager for the Toledo Mud Hens and the Detroit Tigers organization. Did a fine job this year. Loves managing, he says. He'll manage in the big league someday.
I believe that. He'll be a tough guy too.
He knows the game. And he's come a long way as far as I asked him. I had to be honest with you. I asked him, okay, how many times did you get ejected this year? He goes, oh, no, only a few times. I kept my composure. Good to see Phil. Came up to the booth and paid us a visit during the game.
Struck him out. That felt a 1, 2, 3, 8th inning. The Padres still trail by 2. Cuteness sighting, cuteness sighting. Oh my. I can't leave you alone for one game, can I? Brad Brock, top of the 9th inning. Will face Pagan, Terrio, and Sandoval. Pagan is wearing the collar tonight, 0 for 4. They did not give him timeout, but the pitch was out of the strike zone, 2-0. Well, he actually gets a gift count here. He shouldn't be
he doesn't
too upset. 2-0.
Yes, since Field and Culbreth did not grant him time. Brad Brock went through with the pitch. There was a ball.
Santiago Casilla and Javier Lopez, lefty and a righty, getting ready for San Francisco for the bottom of the 9th inning. And the count goes 3-1 to Pagan. Andrew Werner was the Padres starter, went 4 2/3, gave up the 3 runs on 8 hits, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Bullpen has held the Giants scoreless since, all quiet, but the Giants bullpen also has been tough. Lifted foul off third. That one's going to sail away from Headley out of play. Since that big chance for the Padres in the 6th when they got help on the air, a throwing error by Belt, they had a run home, no one out, runners at first and third. But a strikeout to Norfia, double play. Maben and Vogelsong worked his way out of it. Padres have not had a base runner since then. Swing and a miss as he chased ball 4. A tough 0 for 5 night for Angel Pagan.
Well, be sure to stay tuned after this one ends for the Padres live show with Mike Pomerantz and Mark Sweeney. All the action, not only in this game, but around the league. A lot to talk about. Bud Black press conference. So stay tuned right after the final out. And we'll also find out what people think about who's going to be manager of the year, as Sweeney's giving some punches to Pomerantz out there.
Terrio 2 for 2 coming off the bench to replace the ill Marco Scudero. Yeah, the shenanigans of those two guys out there in the studio, the Fox studio, you know, the season's going to end just about the right time.
Yeah, they're losing it out there, Dick.
Yeah,
I got to be honest with you.
A lot of guys out, you know, lately, you know, just like the Seagulls in San Francisco, there's a lot of guys in white jackets that are circling that Fox area. Look at this, just like the. You know, when you are together, it's a long season.
Sure it is.
It's a marriage of sorts. The Vickerson's out there. Oh,
I think I heard Sweeney after he blew him that kiss. I said, now go fix me a chicken pot pie.
And I'll have a little glass of Chardonnay with it. Thank you very much. 1-2 to Terrio. On his fist, a little soft fly ball to the first baseman Alonso. 2 away. Pablo Sandoval, big hit tonight. A pitch out of the strike zone, surprise. He golfed it to left center field for a 2-run double back in the third, and that's the difference in the game. 3-1.
You know, that's a good point, Dick. When you talk about that specific pitch, I mean, he nearly golfed it off the ground.
Big run scoring double to left center field as a right-handed hitter. Batting left-handed against Brock. So in the bottom of the 9th inning, looking ahead, the Padres have Alonso, Denorfia, Maben scheduled. Looks as if it's going to be Javier Lopez. He's continuing to throw. Although Casilla is ready to if needed. It's been bullpen by committee, closer by committee for Bruce Bochy. And he's been able to pull the right strings all season long without Brian Wilson.
He's got a lot of good arms down there to take the place of Brian Wilson.
1-2 the count. And here is what at the moment is the big hit of the game. This 2-run double just goes down and gets it. Finds the gap in left center. And that scored Vogelsong, who had singled, and Scudero, who was aboard on an infield hit. The arrow hit the bullseye for the Panda. Meanwhile, the man on deck, Buster Posey, is a double and a triple. Was intentionally walked the last time, so he's raised his average up to 335. And with 5 games left after this one, Posey is the National League batting leader.
How you doing? Yeah, Dick, I think that vote's got to go his way. I mean, was he 5 percentage points up, right?
At this moment over Andrew McCutchen, because McCutchen had the vote taken place a month and a half ago, it would have been McCutchen maybe MVP. Ground ball foul. And now the Pirates, by losing tonight, with 5 games to go, must win all 5 in order to finish 500 and avoid a 20th consecutive losing season. After things were so bright, right now they've won only 6 of their last 27 games. It's crushing. They've had terrific fan support there with the first 4 months of the season. 2-2. That's too high even for Sandoval. Speaking of end of the season heroics, on this night 52 years ago, Ted Williams last at bat. Sandoval aboard on a 2-out walk. That'll give Posey another chance.
And what a way to end a Hall of Fame career for the Splendid Splinter.
Home run over the right field wall. Number 521. That's Joaquin Arias, who's going to run for Sandoval. Well, in future years, when they talk about this date, September 28th, it'll be Ted Williams hitting a home run and Homer Bailey pitching a no-hitter.
There you go.
Posey, a triple to right, a double to left. Flied to right for his only out and was intentionally walked in the 7th. Those numbers, average, home runs, RBIs, all leading the Giants. And those are MVP numbers. Foul ball past third.
And of course, you always have to take into consideration what Buster Posey does behind the plate. Handles the pitching staff, calls a good game.
Where would you rate him, as in terms of the outstanding defensive catches?
Well, I think Molina's the best out there from the Cardinals. I would say Buster's up there in the top 5, maybe.
Molina's going to get some votes.
Yeah, that's true.
Third in the National League in hitting at 320. And an outstanding defensive catcher. A ball, 2 strikes on Posey. So he gives up a little on the handle now with 2 strikes on him. Better control.
Talking about him behind the plate, Buster Posey, that is. His 85 stolen bases allowed are the 2nd most in the majors, but his 30 caught stealing ranks 2nd.
A lot of running against the Giants pitching, so he's had a lot of opportunity. A ball, 2 strikes. Runner goes. Throw by Solis is into center field. Arias on his way to third. And the Giants have a chance to add on here in the 9th inning. Arias with a stolen base, the error on the throw by Solis.
Looks like Guzman kind of maybe short-armed that one a little bit. He was anticipating the runner. Boy, way out in front of the bag, though. I mean, he had to go a good, 5-6 feet in front of that bag as the runner is sliding into second base.
5th steal for Arias, now at third. And 2-2 to Posey. Does he go? Yes, he went around. Went after a pitch out of the strike zone. So Brock strikes out Posey, and here come the Padres, needing 2 to tie in the 9th. Earlier in the game, Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lite and the One swing that produces Miller time is from Alonso to knock in the Padres' only run back in the 6th inning. And that brought hope. 3-1, no one out, 1st and 3rd, but the Padres could not add on, and it's Alonso who leads off here in the 9th. Line to short the first time up with runners at 1st and 3rd. Padres just hit in tough luck early. They had a chance to get the early lead with singles by Venable and Headley with one out in the 1st inning, 1st and 3rd, but Alonso lined out, Denorfia lined out, and Vogelsong was off the hook. Javier Lopez, 4th pitcher used by Bochy. 3-0 record. Arias stays in the game for Sandoval at 3rd. Lopez with 7 saves. Romo leads with 12. 1 strike to Alonso with Denorfia and Maben to follow. And again, Bud Black has 2 good power hitters that he can use as pinch hitters, Grandal and Quinton. (3-1) San Francisco.
Well, as Javier Lopez goes after the left-handed hitting Alonso, Santiago Casilla is up on the mound. Looks like he's been thrown out there. He's hot, ready to go.
Line drive, foul. Out in front of the breaking pitch was Alonso.
Nice play by Catalina down there in the right field line. The one hopper.
Doesn't she have a great smile?
There's Sergio Romo keeping the hoodie on.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Alonso. Wow. Really came from the side. That felt.
Yes, he did.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Big pitch now for Alonso, trying to set the table for the Padres to come back here, trailing by 2. Now chops it to second. Easy play for Terrio, and there's one away. And time now for our Carl's Jr. star of the game, and it goes to the veteran right-handed starter Ryan Vogelsong. The 35-year-old went 6 innings, allowed 1 unearned run, only 5 hits, struck out 4, walked but 1, as he's 2 outs away from his 14th win of the year.
Yeah, going into this game, Dick, he didn't have good numbers his last 7 starts, and it's unfortunate for the Padres. He puts up 6 good innings tonight.
Got some good defensive support on that play by Belt. Affeldt gets the left-handed hitter Alonso, so here's Santiago Casilla to pitch to Denorfia, Maben, right-handed batters. If you're just joining us, the big news in baseball today at Pittsburgh, Cincinnati right-hander Homer Bailey. No-hit, no-run game. Allowed only a walk, and 1 other runner is safe on an error. The final out of the game, and Bailey joins the select list of men good enough to pitch a no-hitter. As the Reds, with the win, move into a tie with Washington, the best record in the National League, as they're battling for the #1 seed with 5 games to go. Congratulations to the 26-year-old Homer Bailey.
You know, I remember earlier in the year we had discussions, Mark Sweeney and I and you, Dick, about, you know, pitchers who you felt would be the next guy to throw a no-hitter, right? You know, we tossed out Clayton Kershaw, Justin Verlander, Homer Bailey. My point is, any given night, some guy can go out there and get a little luck on his side, make some good pitches, and then walk away with a no-hitter. Congratulations to Homer Bailey. Tonight was his night.
And when we were talking about Grandal and Quinton being available for Bud Black, we didn't mean to ignore Mark Kotsay, who his last 2 pinch hits have produced a home run and a double. Kotsay trying to get on against Casilla. Cameron Maben due next. 1 out, bottom of the 9th.
Tell you what, the ball that Kotsay hit last night, pinch hitting in the 8th, was smoked over the center fielder's head, Matt Kemp, straightaway center field. Probably the hardest ball he hit all year.
What evil lurks in that man's beard?
I always have to laugh when I see that beard.
Kotsay works the count to 3-0. A walk indeed as good as a hit. Principalway, Bruce Bochy. Fastball laid right in there at 93. And there he is, Yasmani Grandal in the on deck circle. Apparently will bat for Maben. No one throwing now in the San Francisco pen. A line drive, base hit. Kotsay, 3 pinch hit appearances. The last 3 has a single, double, and a home run. He's working on a pinch hit cycle.
Yeah.
So the tying run comes to the plate, bottom of the 9th. Yasmani Grandal is introduced.
And he's using the whole field quite nicely. Last night over the head in center field of Kemp. Tonight a little single hit sharply to left field. Swinging the bat well off the bench.
Grandal steps up. Guzman is scheduled next. Grandal with 7 home runs. Takes a strike on the inside corner. His average at .282 as he digs in. In the dirt, skips away, but not far enough for Kotsay to advance. There's no reward in risking here. His run doesn't mean anything. He's got to stay on there.
Well, if he can get to second base on a wild pitch or a pass ball to take that double play off,
that's different. But you don't want to take any risk in the process. Rick Renteria, the bench coach, going over all possibilities with Bud Black. There's Quentin with the bat in his hands again. Up high, 2-1. We did a coffee and me this week with Yasmani Grandal.
Oh, nice.
Really an interesting chat, and it'll be a program you'll enjoy in the offseason. Told me something interesting. He's lost 20 pounds during the season.
Wow.
He was 235 at the start of the year, down to 215. Said that Tucson weather will do it to you.
Oh, yeah.
He said, I'd like to just gain back maybe another 5 in the offseason. 2-1. Line to left field. That's a base hit. Grandal and Kotsay deliver base hits here off the bench, and the Padres now will bring the potential winning run to the plate. Jesus Guzman is the next scheduled hitter. Quentin on deck. And now the battle between the two managers. No one throwing in the bullpen for San Francisco. Romo is usually their man.
Yeah.
Dave Rigetti talking to Casilla. See how Casilla does with the home run ball. He's pitched 61 innings. He's allowed 8 home runs. That's a lot of long ball throwing from Casilla. Guzman has flied to center as a pinch hitter in the 7th inning as he hit then for John Baker. 2-1, tying run at first. One out here in the ninth as the pinch hitters have delivered for Bud Black. Strike to Guzman. Carlos Quentin on deck. Pops him up. Out on the grass is Belt, the first baseman. Infield fly had been called. Padres are down to their final out, and Carlos Quentin introduced as the pinch hitter. Guillermo Mota getting ready in a hurry in the bullpen now for San Francisco. 2 outs, 2 on. It comes down to Carlos Quentin. Can he follow the pinch hits of Kotsay and Grandal? 16 home runs, pinch hit last night, and was hit again by a pitch.
Boy, how exciting would this be if Carlos Quentin could lay into one right here?
Outside, ball 1. Quentin hit last night for the 17th time, leads the National League. Amarista like to see it continue unless Quentin can walk off with one. Ooh, just missed that one. Out of play. That's surprising, isn't it? In this career, only one walk-off home run. He's overdue.
Well, the outfield playing very deep.
Hardly find the 3 outfielders.
Yeah.
Protecting against the double that could tie it. Grounded to third. Arias across, and the ball game is over. The Giants showing why they are the National League West champs. Hold on and beat the Padres in the first of 3. Final score 3-1. Mike?
Guys, coming up in the post-game show, you're going to hear from the manager, Buddy Black, as he gets his team ready for tomorrow's ball game. But the big story of the night is what happened in the Reds versus Pittsburgh ball game. You got to see this one. I promise you won't